console and emulator, which is worth mentioning.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope you're as excited as I am for this next run. Before we jump into it, I want to remind everybody that we are raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms. We've already hit $912. Thank you so much to everybody for not only donating, but bringing visibility to this wonderful cause. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to splazergames and your commentator. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you. Hello everyone. Yeah, my name is splazergames, and I am here running Luigi's Mansion any % no out of bounds. One of my personal favorite and main categories on the leaderboard for Luigi's Mansion. I've got my friend here and commentator, Flauk. Hello, Flauk.
Hi.
And yeah, I mean, we're ready to start whenever. Flauk, if you want to give some housekeeping things while we're at the beginning, but I guess that's really it. Alright, so yeah, we'll do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so this is any % no out of bounds for Luigi's Mansion. As the name implies, there is another category just called any %. About 6 minutes in, there's an out of bounds clip, which allows you to beat the game in about 10 minutes. We're doing the category that bans that, so it's significantly longer with tons and tons of more tech and fun things throughout.
For sure.
And yeah, as you can see, he's playing on the Japanese version. The Japanese version saves around about 30 seconds. 30 definite seconds, but there's tons of little RNG time saves throughout.
Yeah.
So we'll go over those when they pop up. At about like 30 minutes in is when we start to run into that stuff.
For sure. And you know, each room has its own unique setups and stuff for each ghost, so it really makes each room like interesting to see, like, oh, what you'll do in this room, what you'll do in this room, you know.
Some of the setups that he has for these ghosts get pretty insane.
Oh yeah.
And, you'll start to see when we get multi-wave ghosts where there's 2 ghosts at a time, one right here. So wide. There's tons of little tech like that throughout. So fast.
And then just like wardrobe, we got a new setup here where instead of using the double, actually, it's a little faster than. I mean, it's a little faster just to get them singly handed and the double.
It's like a really weird thing.
Yeah.
That was like, I think that was discovered like 6 years ago. When we just did a double there.
Really?
Looking back on it, it was so slow.
I didn't know it's been 6 years since they did that, really? That's interesting.
Probably even more than that.
Wow.
I don't know. I forget all of this stuff. As you can see, every single time Blazer picks up a key, the minimap isn't popping up. Before the run, he performed a glitch called map glitch. And basically what it does is you spam A and Y while soft resetting on specific text boxes, and it will just completely disable the minimap, saving like a free 10 seconds.
It's really handy too, because you'll not want to go back to the original way ever again once you do it.
You just forget how annoying it is to have EGAB be like, hey, yeah, you got a new key, you wonder where that goes to?
It's so dumb.
Like, oh my god, no, I've beaten the game like hundreds of times, I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Stop talking to me.
It's very interesting.
That's gonna be a big thing throughout this game, is EGAD likes to talk to us a lot.
And hopefully not in the RNG sections, of course.
So, I hope so. Some pretty good portrait ghosts here. That was that was Lydia and Neville.
Yeah. Splazer Ghost?
Yeah, the Splazer Ghost. That's just bank shot.
Oh yeah, I literally look like Bank Shot. When we won't fight him, unfortunately, but this might not work. Yeah.
Aw, a little too far forward. You may be wondering why he decided to go to the left side of the crib. There's actually a new time save found for Chauncey. It's about a 2-second time save, and it skips one of the text boxes. But you need to be standing on a very specific part of that left crib to just barely avoid the loading zone for the text box. Very minute time save, but one of the only, like, think about it. That might be the last Area 1 time save since, like,
It's definitely been
map
a while.
glitch or top left Neville.
I know that some people, I don't know if it's been found in the past, but I know some people have been like for example, I think Zircon with his like crazy ball patch or whatever.
Oh yeah, Zircon's insane, man.
Yeah.
Another runner that's actually, aren't you tied with him on the leaderboard?
I am not actually. I'm like just a little below him.
I remember you're tied with someone. So, as you can see, Splazer dropped Chauncey at 50 HP. Why would he do that? Oh dear, oh wonders. It's actually faster to leave him above 50, as Chauncey is one of 2 ghosts in the entire mansion that cannot be one-cycled. It's impossible to one-cycle this ghost. So, if you drop him below 50, he throws you an extra rocking horse cycle. So, runners will tend to avoid having him above 50 or below 50 just to avoid that. It's not a huge time loss if he does get below 50. I think it's like 5 seconds or something.
Yeah, just about.
But
Dude,
it does also mess up the ball catches.
you gotta love having the glitchy Chauncey fight.
Yeah. So both ball catches are predictable, as you saw. Like Splazer had like very specific, meticulous, like parts he was doing. He was taking damage to try and damage boost, but that first ball catch can mess with the second one, and Splazer just barely missed it, which causes the second ball catch to become glitchy. It doesn't always do that, but it's like super specific and weird. We're still trying to figure out exactly what will cause that.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate too. But it's all right. It's all fun in games. So
Yeah.
and you get to watch this really long cutscene. That
Yeah. One of 3 we will be watching throughout this run.
yeah.
The shortest of the 3. We move on to Area 2. This area becomes significantly more exciting as we start to introduce new elements to the run. And by the end, there's tons of little nitty-gritty things that we do. So it becomes pretty exciting to be able to navigate through rooms with like a barrel of tools at our disposal.
For sure. I always found Area 2 to be one of my personal favorite areas, just because like what you do, like all the strats that we do in this area, and I feel like, I know it's really weird to say, but I know a lot of people don't really like the RNG, but I think the RNG portion kind of makes it fun, because like when you can go on these crazy paces. So I don't know. I've always found Area 2 kind of fun.
RNG is a double-edged sword in that way, where like it can propel you so far forward, or it can hold you back. Hopefully, we'll get propelled forward.
Yeah.
So coming up here is Ballroom. We got Shy Guys. See, this place is going for doubles. There's another strat here, which is the Shy Guy 6-piece, but it can sometimes be a little harder if you don't have the perfect setup for it. And it is a wee bit new.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was gonna try to go for it, but I stayed in the Game Boy for a little too long.
I didn't know if you were gonna go for it, so I'm like,
Yeah, no, I did. I just didn't go out. But luckily got early release, so.
The floating Rolindas, these guys can sometimes be a little pesky and give you a random RNG 10-second time loss. It's a little, it's a little
annoying when it
tough,
happens.
yeah. As it's completely RNG and it could just be a random 10-second time loss.
And that's what we were saying earlier, like sometimes RNG just like that can just propel you forward into a run, giving that nice extra 10 seconds of time save.
Really nice doubles out here.
And just like that. Now we're gonna do some the portion that is stupid. Luigi letting out all the booze.
Yep. We release all the booze into the mansion, introducing the main RNG elements of the run. Actually, I think for the rest of the run, this might be like, there's very minute RNG besides the booze. Like if it was just early release and no boo RNG, there would be very little RNG in this run.
True. And the run, I always feel like Pablo, one of our runners and one of our record holders, he mentioned once that like if the boos weren't in the game, then the game wouldn't be Luigi's Mansion without them.
It wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be fun. Fun.
Booze add a lot of tech to the game. It honestly adds a lot of skill.
Yes.
The things you will see, like high-level runners versus low-level runners do, booze is the biggest compare and contrast. High-level runner boo tech looks so clean.
Very much so, yes. Especially when you see like someone like Pablo or Joven like just battling out the boos, it's crazy.
They're going for a tech skip here. That boo just froze in the right spot. So
yeah. But it worked out.
That tech skip there. Basically, every single time you call EGAD, or you catch a boo, EGAD will give you text. And you can override this text, whilst after you suck up a boo, you suck up a sheet after it. And that matters a lot for the first boo, because the first boo has a lot of HP, or a lot of text after it. And I think that's like 5 or 6 seconds worth of text boxes that you're skipping. So
it's about, yeah, I'd say so.
So it's pretty much worth it to go for it always. As the percentage of getting it outweighs the percentage of not getting it normally. So it's always worth it to at least try and go for the tech skip where possible. There's gonna be more tech skips like that throughout the run. So hopefully we'll see much more tech skips.
Especially Breaker Boot tech skip, that'd be awesome.
That'd be really awesome. Longer boot tech skip would also be really awesome. Ooh, you're actually getting some pretty decent RNG.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so these boos, if you're wondering where the RNG aspect is, there's certain objects that boos can hide in each room. And it's RNG which object they're in. So we need to check which object they're in and try and find it. There is a radar, the boo radar can tell you where they are, but the boo radar isn't always helpful. Sometimes the boo radar just likes to be stupid.
Yeah, it can be really weird sometimes. Like for example, walking into like the wardrobe room earlier, it'll take a second to load in, so you kind of have to like. It's kind of like there's a certain cue for like example for like wardrobe room. Like if it flashes too much, like constantly, it's in those shoes. You know, it's all just about like memorization a lot of the times.
Yeah.
About which
the boo radar, like I was talking earlier about, like boos being able to like be the difference between high level and low level runners, the boo radar is the difference maker. If you're able to master the boo radar, you can go very, very far in this run.
Very true.
And so we're just setting up some nice doubles here. This little quirk in this room, being the ghost being actually invisible to the naked eye, you can only see him through a mirror, kind of gets negated with the fact that like they spawn in the same spot every time. So you can see Splazer grabbed the boo, grabbed the medallion, and just saved the game and exited. That's a save warp. We do save warps a lot throughout this run. We actually used to have save warping banned, but we allowed it. I think it was like 7 years ago now.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I got that candles.
Yeah, I think I missed the top right one.
Oh.
These candles are super finicky.
They can be, yeah.
But yeah, with that warp, basically it allows us to skip a small little cutscene, EGAT talking to us, and it resets the butler cycle, which unfortunately missed a little candle. The butler cycle got a little screwed over.
Yeah, that's alright though.
It's such a minor thing. This is like Luigi's Mansion, to its core essence, when you get to a certain level, is all about the small micro optimizations, where it's like missing a small candle like that doesn't like whatever mistake. In this game, it's like no, that's about as bad as the mistakes can get.
That's true, honestly. Like in other games, it might be like just a nuisance, like, oh, well, I guess that happened again. But like,
well, whoops, law, forgot the candle.
Yep.
But this game, that's kind of all what you have. It's all super small, nitty-gritty stuff. Ooh, did you get that?
I did get that, yes.
Very well done. If you're wondering what he got there, there's a small little micro optimization where you can grab the hat at the same time as grabbing the cutscene, basically saving like a second, maybe.
It's very little, yeah.
It's so small. It's the micro optimizations. Is that a boost switch?
I didn't know where you switched, so I kind of just guessed. Yeah, he's right here.
Fine. Coming up here is another text skip. Oh, never mind.
I'm just gonna get him now.
No, it's fine. That text skip, basically, he has another opportunity to go for it, so we'll get another shot at it. But you go into the little mouse hole whirlpool there at the same time as sucking up a boo, and it skips the text. But funnily enough, that's a Japanese-only text skip. I don't know who did what in the development between the English version and the Japanese version, but it's completely different. So hopefully we can see him do it this time.
Oof,
very well
happened there.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy text skip to get, as it doesn't require as much setup, but the one thing that can negate that is accidentally dropping the boo, and when you have pearls on the ground, the boo's in a weird spot. A big struggle in this game is auto-lock, as the game chooses to auto-lock everything but the boos, which is so backwards. It should auto-lock the boos always, but
true.
It gets to a certain point where different points at the run will actually choose to pick up the pearls to make boos easier. And we'll probably point that out when we get to it.
Well, it kind of just happened too during Butler. I mean, I sucked up the Butler, tried to suck up as many pearls as I could before I searched for the boo, but unfortunately I still messed it up. And
there's a couple.
Yeah.
But it happens, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just mistakes like that happen all the time. Where it's just, oh, yep, this is fine. Nope, there was one small pearl on the opposite end of the room that completely screwed you over.
Exactly. Well, I think water is faster, right?
The water is 1 textbook faster.
Okay.
Basically for Melody, which is the ghost there, you hit all the instruments and you get her to start playing. She'll say, "Hey, if you figure out what song I'm playing, you'll win." I don't actually know what she said. It's been a long time since I played this game in English.
I think it's like I don't even know what she says. I'd be interested to see what that says because I'm so used to the Japanese version now.
She says something, but basically, there's 2 different songs she can play. She can play the Super Mario Bros. 1 water theme, or she can play the Super Mario Bros. 3 athletic theme. The water theme saves 1 text box in time, and the Mario Bros. 3 athletic theme has 1 extra text box, and it requires you to think a little bit because you have to actively scroll up, as the water theme is the first option and Mario Bros. 3 theme is the third option.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of a nuisance to a lot of people. Ooh, that's a good
Ooh, that was a really good switch. The few times where RNG really makes a difference.
Yeah, RNG's been very, how should I say, very nice this run. I didn't pull it off.
Tried to set up a text skip, but doesn't always, that text skip, probably like, of the text skips that are practical to go for, definitely one of the harder ones.
Oh yeah.
As the window for lining it up and stuff is just so like small.
I feel as though like the kitchen text skip and the laundry text skip, people usually get really excited when they get it.
Yes. Yeah, every single time someone gets the laundry boot text skip, it's always, "Oh my God, Michael, you'll be so proud."
Exactly.
Michael being an older LM runner who was infamous for that text skip, and he was quite good at it. Had to set up a double there. Just missed it. That's one of the harder doubles. He actually went for like the super record advanced strat, which is big props for that. There are very few people who go for that.
I definitely went a little too wide there though. I should have waited just a little bit longer, but that's alright.
Yeah, it's like that.
You
Come
mind
up here.
if I cut in real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Jay,
perfect
cutscene
time.
here.
Alright, thank you so much to Vin for that $10 donation, saying, "Kuno said he'll come for my potatoes if I don't donate. In all seriousness, good luck to all the runners and staff for bringing this wonderful event together. And another big thanks for choosing to raise funds for To Right Love on Her Arms. Have fun, everybody." Thank you so much, Vin, for that donation.
Thank you.
Alright. What up here is Bogmire. This is a boss ghost that we can one cycle. Blazer.
Boom.
That was just perfect. This guy, Bogmire, has one of the strongest pulls in the mansion of all portrait ghosts. So keeping control on him is really hard. But Blazer just aced it. Like it wasn't even close.
That was for that donation that got donated.
Jeez.
That was the good luck from the donation. That's why
That
you
was
guys
actually-
donate.
That was actually nasty. That was so good.
Yeah, that was good. Oh,
And here's cutscene 2
yes.
of the lot.
Cutscene two. Little funny fact, I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but you can hear Egat's footsteps as he waddles. It's really funny.
He also does that little Naruto run.
Yeah. Did Naruto come out before Luigi's Mansion or after? I hear you looking it up.
It came out after.
After, okay.
Egat invented it.
So Naruto stole it. It's been confirmed Egat was the original owner. Egat can sue for the copyright.
Yeah, Naruto infringed on his copyright.
And Area
So-
3, man, very interesting area. Considering there's it's pretty much over RNG and a lot of skill at the same time. So it's a really interesting area to see how fast people can do certain things in this, in my opinion.
the third area is where, like, I mean, for me anyway, the third area is where runs come to die, as this area demands a high level of skill and to a certain degree luck.
Yes, because it requires you just to do such like weird things.
Yeah, you should even see it in the tea room, which is the room, two rooms and one hallway after this room, which sounds like it's so far away, but it's like a minute away.
That's true. The fact that it's like only 2 rooms away, and it's like it takes like such a whole other segment to do it.
And yeah, weird doubles, weird portrait ghosts.
We just got one of the hardest ghosts in the game. Took a lot of skill out of me.
Can't believe you peaked early.
Oh, I peaked, dude.
Oh, there's a letter in the birdhouse for some reason. That's weird.
Out of all the spots to put it, the most obvious area. If you really think about it.
It's not a mailbox. So this is another portrait ghost that we're skipping, just like lugs. We just walk right past, and then see him just randomly shoot water at the ceiling. Wonder what that's for. Basically, there's fire over that door, similar to the one that was in kitchen. And you can snipe the hitbox through the ground and save a couple seconds on it. You can also see a line up a tech skip while flipping to the ceiling and capturing a ghost. That's the sort of tech that separates the newbies from the head honcho runners. Things like that. T-Boot tech skip is one of the flashiest. Ooh, bad boo switch.
Oh. Hey, bad read.
It's like that. Oh, this boo is going so far.
Alright, we're not getting the tech skip. I tried.
That tech skip isn't the worst thing on the planet to get once you get it, but if that boo bolt, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, I was like,
this boo just wants to dip out on you.
Yeah, I was kind of just like, would I rather lose like 30 seconds or like 5 to like the boo?
Yeah, I would rather capture that boo first try than have him leave. And yeah, so when I was talking about those pearls earlier, you can see there's a lot of pearls on the ground that Splazer isn't picking up, as he just captured Petunia. And now we go into Nana here. There can only be a limited number of pearls on the map at a time. So by leaving the pearls and getting Petunia first, we can actually avoid most of the pearls from dropping in Nana, in which this room has a boo in it. So it makes it's little optimizations like that. As now we don't need to worry about pearls, as if Nana had dropped a lot of pearls, we would be all over the place. But nope, just the 4 right there.
Oh my god, I grabbed that?
I don't know how you grabbed that. That was so far away.
That was funny.
That was a really good Nana.
Yeah, that was not bad.
Considering second try.
Yeah. And that key like brought over, that saved a lot of time.
It did. And into the Astral Hall.
Good candles.
Very good candles.
Those candles can be a little finicky.
Yeah. Like we were talking about earlier with the candles of Terroria. The candles in this game suck.
Yeah, candles in Luigi's Mansion are not necessarily a runner's best friend. Or even the casual player's best friend at that. I remember having a lot of struggle with, like, just lighting up the camera as a kid, like, trying to get it, I'm like, dude, light!
Just barrel stuff on me, it's just nothing.
That was interesting.
That was Astral Hall. Astral Hall has some of the most creative double lineups in the mansion. And a lot of boo objects, as every object in this room except for the chandelier can hold a boo. So it's really important to read the radar well, which Splazer did. Didn't fumble up on any of them, just went there, got it.
Yeah, pretty good. This has been a very fun run.
Run of ups and downs, but
Yeah,
I'd
definitely.
say it's going quite well. And here's moonshots. First
good.
try. Splazer's a professional after all.
Yeah, you can ask Pablo that too. He'll tell you the same thing. No, I'm just joking.
Moonshot actually does have a consistent lineup. A lot of casual runners or new try runners don't actually know that there's a lineup for it. There's a small little V that the edge of the vacuum and Luigi's right shoulder makes, and you just make a very sharp V with it, and you'll be able to get it very easily.
Yeah, and like I was talking about earlier with the whole Pablo thing, it's funny because I was running the game for about like 2 years almost, I think, and I always like kind of just YOLO Moonshot, and I didn't know there was a lineup, and so when Pablo was telling me like, why aren't you doing the V strat, I was like, oh, I didn't know that was a thing. So Pablo was
Wait,
like,
you didn't?
no, for 2 years I've always just YOLO'd it.
That means you just learned it this summer.
Yeah, we don't talk about it.
Oh, you're so good.
I YOLO'd it, dude.
Damn. Learn something new every day.
It's a funny meme.
Yeah. Here in our projection room, it's kind of similar to the room from earlier, the mirror room, except instead of it being a mirror where you can see them, it's just a projector. And just like the mirror room, the doubles and triples are quite easy. Oh, and as I said, you missed the triple.
It's alright.
Commentary curse.
I was a little too fast though anyways.
The ease of it comes through them spawning in the same position every time. You can set up the same setups.
We'll just say it's bad RNG, how's that?
Yep. And just like in that room, we actually do another object save and quit. This one saves about 2 seconds, as the one from earlier I think saves 4 to 5. But the caveat with this skip is you must pick up fire in Neville's room for it to save time. And you have to do it quickly and fluidly.
Which I did not do because I just was running into like the stairwell. Luigi has to make sure it was real before he went up the stairs. Didn't want to, you know. It's a haunted mansion, so you gotta really test your abilities here.
A little confused. So, officially after the 15th boo, EGAD will now start giving you random longer text boxes on each boo capture, and the shortest text box, which Splazer actually got for that last boo, very quick 2 text boxes, but the longest can be like 8 or 9 or something, can cost you a lot of time. If, let's say, every single boo that you get from the rest of the run, which we have, there's 10 boos that you will get.
Here, this is for Big Macs.
That has this RNG. Oh, going for double. Oh, let's see it. There's a few portrait codes that you're able to double up on, and this is one of them. Was actually not expecting you to go for that.
That was kind of crazy. I kind of just YOLO'd that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you had the lineup and everything for it. I'm like, oh, he must have had the
really?
RNG for it.
I kind of forgot the lineup, so I wasn't sure if I was like right or not.
Looked pretty perfect to me. There are so few runners who will go for that. It does save time, and it's really difficult.
EGAD took it away.
Of course. EGAD, yeah, as I was saying, EGAD has random chances to give you long text boxes, and you could just see the time just melt away from that RNG.
That's alright.
Like there's 5 different types of text boxes, and get a little unlucky. Coming in this room is arguably one of the easiest text skips.
I think it's definitely like the easiest one. I see a lot of people definitely get it.
It's definitely an important one, as Lydia's room, or the master bedroom, is one of the laggiest rooms in the game. So if you get a Van Gogh text and the room starts lagging, that pretty much doubles your time loss from 5 seconds to nearly 10. Just like, and it all could have been avoidable. Like, you don't even require to take the sheet off to check the bed. You could just check the bed.
That's true, and I mean, like, it also really sucks when you're like, you miss the text skip in Lydia's room, and then you just get that nice, long Van Gogh text. So it loses more time because it's lagging and it's Van Gogh text. It's always fun.
Not fun. So here is pure minute and a half of text mashing. So we're kind of not doing anything here.
Yeah, if there is any donations, this is a great time.
That is actually perfect timing because we do have a donation from Umbrella Jill saying, let's get it to 1K goal, everyone. Thanks for having me, and thanks to everyone for showing their support. Thank you so much, Umbrella Jill, for not only that awesome run earlier, but for that donation. I just want to remind everybody that we're only $68 away from that $1,000. And remember that all the money is going to Write Love on Her Arms. To Write Love on Her Arms is a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Write Love on Our Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and investly direct into treatment and recovery. Every little bit helps. We appreciate everybody not only donating, but being here and bringing visibility to this cause.
Thank you. Keep donating, guys. It's a great cause. Alright, now we're done with the text mashing, which is, you know, thousands of years, but it's over.
A pure minute and 20 seconds of text mashing. Ooh, and another long text box. Ooh, RNG, don't you love it? I know I love it.
I always find that I get Van Gogh text after Clairvoyant a lot. I don't know about you.
I find I always get Van Gogh text after Clairvoyant on PB pace only.
Oh yeah, every time.
Has to be PB pace. So coming upstairs, Splazer is going to be grabbing ice from this room. The next room requires ice, and it's really important to grab it now and not by the time you are upstairs.
True, and that happens. Don't get me wrong, it does happen.
Yeah, I think
It's
like,
happened to me.
every runner at one point has had an experience where they get up to Safari Room and then they realize, oh no, I don't have ice. You just walk all the way down. Like, that's the true walk of shame.
Yes. It's awful.
People say it's 100% when you don't get the diamond warp. No, it is this. These plays are spraying one in the air before the ghosts actually spawn. This will pre-remove their elements, allowing you to set up some really swift doubles, like you saw right there. That was a pretty much textbook room right there.
Oh my god, that banana. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I got this.
It's like a really weird setup that you have to do for it, but it worked out. You didn't drop the boom.
Oh my god. That's the third Van Gogh text.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's, by the way, just from like these random RNG text boxes, could have spent less than 2 seconds with these text boxes, but instead we've lost close to like 12 to 13 seconds on them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And that's just pure RNG. There's no skill element when it comes to boo reading, where it's like, yes, there's RNG. We can mitigate that RNG with a lot of skill when using the boo reading. it's just pure. Hey, here's a 5-second longer text box. So
And now
coming
we
up
got
here
the cold
is
circle.
time losses. I'm sorry, boo losses.
It is time losses. A lot of runners
This
splitting.
guy, this boss is very hard. You can one cycle it, and for any casual player who has never seen a speed run, what Blazer's about to do is gonna look pretty mythical, as he does the boo losses strats. Grabs the ice, walks backwards parallel to the boos, shoots an ice ball right in the core of them, and then just sprays them all with ice. Oh!
This is gonna be a 2-cycle.
That was a good try.
That was my fault. That was
Fortunately.
completely my fault.
He tried to spray the stragglers with ice real quick. It sucks because it's not even final phase.
Yeah, this might be a
Well, now
3-cycle.
it is.
Oh my god. I don't know how to do the medium cycle. I'm not used to it.
He's on fast cycle now. He's on fast cycle.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I think anyway. Should be. Or maybe
Oh,
they're
man.
still like thinking. They're still thinking it's medium cycle.
Oh, this is not good.
But yeah, as you can see, you got most of the boos there. He actually had 14 of them iced over.
Oh man. I am so sorry for anyone watching.
And
Trust me,
people
I
wonder why it's
promise
called
you,
time losses.
Yeah. It's still sub-hour pace, barely, I think.
No, it's actually great sub-hour pace. You could 58 if you really tried.
Oh, okay.
Actually, not even really tried. Like, you go for Breaker, but if you get Breaker 1 cycle and play a pretty good area 4, you can still 58.
Oh man. Not sure what happened there, but... Like, I know what happened there, but...
It was just a little... The stragglers there was trying to get all of them iced over. And but every runner would have done what Blazer's doing there. Just, like, trying to ice as many as you can, and then you start sucking them up. But they're on a very tight window before they unfreeze and start flying around.
Yeah.
Sometimes you fly a little too close to the sun. Just like Icarus, your wings burn, and they all unfreeze, and they go back in. So sometimes that happens. I'd say you dealt with it pretty well. A 3-cycle from that is not bad, especially considering you dealt with what is it, medium Boulances?
True.
There's 3 different types of Boulances. You get the first cycle where the boos are on like 0 brain mode. They're like 0 IQ mode, rather.
Yeah.
And they
Think
just
about
kind of
them.
sit there and get frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have medium cycle, where they're on a average person IQ, 90 to 100. And
I think that's
they become
unfortunate about
trippy.
that.
They try and dodge you and stuff. But then final Boulassis mode, they try and actively attack you. They try and dodge you. But the thing is, with final Boulassis, you can manipulate them so very easily to push you.
Yeah.
By turning away from them and having your vacuum out, they just right on through. Then you get them.
Yeah, and the thing about that too is like when you get him, Luigi's feet has to like be facing the opposite direction. So like a lot of times it's gonna be a little finicky because like the boos move so all over the place and they're like Fox said, 0 IQ, and so just getting that perfect like, oh, my shoes are not facing them, I can finally charge them. It's so annoying. So that takes a little bit of time. Hey, it happens.
Oh, I have lost so many runs to this dang boss.
Yeah. He's not a very nice boss at all.
It's a meanie.
And now the power's out, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
One of the best segments in the game where we unfortunately do not
Skip
get to
all
see
of it.
Yeah. Well, we get to see it, but not all of it.
What most people, when they play this game as children, consider to be the only scary part of the game. We are able to skip because there's a mirror in Safari Room and takes you right to the foyer. You can go right to Grimly.
Yep.
Although Grimly is another piece of RNG. Ooh, nice Pythagoras there.
Thank you.
That's a little skip where you can just go right through the middle of the room. So, Grimly is 110% RNG.
Good RNG.
Yeah, that was from when you can first spawn. That was actually 4.5 seconds. I had a timer up just to count how long Grimly would be.
Oh, really?
4.5
Nice.
second Grimly from the very moment he'll show his heart, which is a little bit before you enter the room. So in reality, you only lost like a second to it.
Well, that's cool. That's
So
cool.
1 second Grimly is within expected good RNG. I'd say anywhere between 1 to 5 seconds is what most runners would be like, yeah, that was pretty good. But Grimly can go on for a very long time.
Yep.
World record longest Grimly, by the way, is, I believe, 49 seconds. So just imagine sitting there right next to Grimly for 49 seconds of your timers counting, and you just wondering to yourself, did I do anything wrong? Also, that was crazy RNG there for having to be there.
That was good.
That was
And the
insane.
text good.
Yeah, that boo right there, Breaker Boo, advanced person only. Only really good people go for that boo. And Splazer is one of them, and he's one of the few people who has the consistency to do it every run. And he's one of the few runners who also does tech skip with it. He's
I'm kind of glad
Not
you kind of like
easy.
hit me.
as when with booze strat, which is our pumping, you can only keep booze in place for 150 health with it before you have to start dragging them out and letting them go. But Breaker Boo there had 200 health, so what you have to do is you drag out the first 30 health, drag him all the way to the other side of the room without making him cackle or making him try and leave, and then drag out the rest of the health and try and get a tech skip with it. Not easy. This boo is not easy. And boo dragging's hard, counting cackles is hard, counting health is hard, everything about that boo is hard. And Splazer just aces it.
Yeah, that was kind of a miracle too, because the way like it was set up, like I literally spawned him so fast in the box, so that I had to like have a quick reaction to like get him.
Like, honestly, that may have been maybe tied best breaker room ever.
Thank you. Yeah, that was.
You legitimately cannot get faster than that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
There's no strat that you could do that is faster.
And now we got this strat too coming up. Definitely gonna go for it. The Toy Soldier double.
Yeah, earlier we saw with the twins, saw Splazer going for the double with them. Here is the usual double up strat, which is the Toy Soldier double. There's 3 Toy Soldiers. Going for the triple is complete luck and so rare that no one goes for it, and even if you get it, it barely saves time. But the double, however, over going for only singles saves about 8 seconds, and is significantly easier than going for triples. And they just did exactly what you want them to do.
Dude, that was good.
If you get them in that top left corner, sometimes they'll just run right into a wall, and you can just melt all their health with it, which they absolutely just did.
You see how low I was on fire there? Oh
Put
man,
that up. Oh,
it's not good. Oh, try to get that back up.
he didn't despawn, so that time wasn't really lost.
Yeah,
Uh,
that happened.
Sometimes the fire the little fire elemental that you use to get the firepower, if you run into it, it can light you on fire. And it's very rare to get hit by that as you're walking by, but sometimes you do. Like, you can walk through the fire and be fine, but the second you hit this little spark in the air, Luigi's hat instantly sets on fire, and you can't do anything for like 2 seconds.
It is dumb.
Coming up here is Armory Room. This is known as the laggiest room in the game.
Ooh, that was weird.
As you can see, frame rate starts to really dip down. The game really starts chugging. Still going pretty quick though. Oh, that wasn't even that laggy. That was really good.
Yeah.
And there's another room where RNG can be an absolute menace, but looks like Splazer might actually have best RNG. He does.
Oh, I should have dragged him.
Yeah. That boo it can be really difficult with lag. Luckily he went left, not right.
I don't think that was like 10 seconds at most.
Yeah. That boo boo's leaving can cause, on average, they cause about 10 seconds of time loss per boo leaving. But
Plus that RNG was good, so it didn't lose too much time.
Compared to worst RNG, you probably were even.
Oh, you think so?
Probably. Like imagine he's top right and then you have to walk all the way left.
True.
But dealt with it very well. And yeah, for that boo, if he leaves right and then goes right again, he goes into an unlit room. And unlit rooms you can't capture boos in. So you need to force him to go up or left twice, which just costs so much time.
Yeah, one
And
of
on
the
the other
biggest
hand, if the
tips.
boo goes up and it goes right instead of down, it costs ridiculous amount of time. Like, that's run killing material of like minute plus time loss. So we got let off pretty easy with how that boo was.
We did
I've had
get
my
very
fair
let
share.
off easy. Oh no, this is not good.
And it's one of the few rooms in the mansion that we don't actually need to clear. So we just kind of grab the key and don't get any of the ghosts. Although that makes Weston Boo a little bit more sketchy, which is the last Boo will be getting this run, which is the Boo in here. As if the Boo goes up, it's pretty much the same as the Boo from earlier, except if it goes right, it's very safe. And you can see Splazer pick up all these pearls, as this Boo is 150 HP and very difficult. And there was a Boo switch there, which was pretty perfect.
Was that where he switched?
I think that's where he switched, yeah.
Look at that, nicely going down.
Immediately dips down, that's super good. Dealt with the Boo perfectly.
That was good. Alright, and then we got Van Gore.
Yeah, we're going up to the last part of the game. And
I'm willing to say, one of the biggest tips I can give anyone in this game, do not vacuum the Boo in the dark. It's literally like, it loses so much time.
it's pretty useless. The Boo just stays there and takes the 1 damage per like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Just get the Boo into a lit room if the Boo does escape into an unlit room. Or just leave it. There are circumstances where if a Boo leaves with certain health amounts, like if Cellar Boo leaves like above 70 HP, we'll choose to leave the Boo and save warp to just have him reset back to his normal room.
This run, I gotta say, Flock, I've gotten like all the YOLO strats.
This honestly would be super good pace with the one cycle. Who lost this?
Oh yeah,
I think this would be like mid 57.
Yeah, and plus if I didn't lose,
I think you're still 58 pace.
I'm barely, yeah. Without the one cycle too. So I believe it's 5 minutes from the cutscene.
Something like that. Mangor pretty much just throws every ghost you've fought at so far at you, but does it in like the most underwhelming way possible, where they spawn in the same formation every time and the same spots every time. Yes, that's what we like to see. Instant grab a triple.
That was good.
A lot of people choose to like really chicken out when it comes to those grabber triples. It's kind of weird. A lot of new runners will have a lot of trouble with Vanguard triples, and the biggest tip I can give for Vanguard triples is do the advanced strat.
It's true. It's a lot easier in my opinion.
The beginner strat is you stand at the bottom of the room and let them chase you to the bottom, and then you try and line something up, and the advanced strat is you just stand next to them and flash them immediately. It's a lot easier to just stand there and flash them immediately. It's like surprisingly easy. The only one that's kind of difficult is grabbers when it comes to that, but everything else, it just kind of just sits there and then think you get all of them.
And now we head on to King Boo. I kind of want to do a 2-cycle flag because
go for it.
I want to get a 58.
Get a 58. I ain't blaming you.
Now there is a strat I'm talking about is 1 cycle. King Boo 1 cycle was found by a various set of runners, and it's a very difficult strat. It requires getting when Bowser throws his like balls, you have to insta shot into his head or quick shot it if anything, and then once his head comes off, King Boo comes down. Then you have to also use that other ball that he threw earlier and then shoot at Bowser's head again, and that requires that has King Boo like still down for longer periods of time. It's not a guarantee when you shoot off Bowser's head, but
let me set the scene for this. You're 53 minutes into the run. You're on 55 pace, which is top 5. You need to go for 1 cycle in order to get it. So you gamble it on a 1 in 10 strat. 55 minutes into a run. It is that hard. It is like a 1 in 10 throw at the wall. You either get it or you don't. It's so difficult. I genuinely want to say there's only 3 runners, 4 runners maybe, who have real consistency at it, and that is the top 4 of No Out of Bounds: Snap, HD, Joven, and Pablo. And even then, like, I'd probably say Pablo is the most consistent, or maybe HD, and they probably only have 20 to 25% run consistency with it.
yeah.
It's hard. And then to do that on PB pace, even record pace, like, I don't know how Pablo did it on 54.
He he got the first 54, and it was kind of like just a fantastic and amazing thing to watch. I just want to say that it's amazing.
Definitely a nail biter.
Yeah. But here we go. So I'm gonna do the tube cycle. Kind of went bad at this one, but instead of just doing the insta shot like right away, I'm gonna grab this ball right here and just kind of chuck it at his head.
This has been the strat for a very long time. 250 health on first cycle, 250 health on second cycle. Wow, that boo just dropped.
That was good.
235 is super beefy.
Yeah, that was good. Pretty fast too. That's like really good.
So time will be coming up when we sec up King Boo.
Yeah, time will be coming up in just a second.
Super high up on this cycle. Must be that
And
first
time.
time. All right.
There we go. GG's.
Judging by the timer, that's a 58-31.
Yeah, that's good, man.
I am super curious to know how much time you lost to that for losses, because that looked like a minute and a half time loss to me. This could have very well 56, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially
What
what
a
happens
showing.
with all the Van Gogh text, including too, and the mess up in the
This
early
was
game.
a really great run.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG. This was a ton of fun to watch.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. It was an awesome
Yeah,
time.
absolutely. Now, if anybody is curious on picking up this game, where can they go? Do you have a Discord or anything they can find resources?
So, if you go to speedrun.com, we have our Luigi's Mansion leaderboard in there. That is speedrun.com/lm for the link. And if you go into like the sources area, you will find a community Discord. It's a fantastic community. Everyone is so nice and very. If you want to start running, you will have people right there helping you out and getting you into the game. So if you want to join that server on SRC, go right ahead. I totally recommend it. It's a great community, and you will meet some great people in there. Like I met Flow comes in there. So.
And if you wanted to run the other games, we have all games in that Discord.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion 1, Dark Moon, and Luigi's Mansion 3, as well as the 3DS version, which is the run that's coming up after this one.
Yeah.
We
I'm
have
excited for that one.
friends Brandino and Saria.
That is the remake for this game too. So.
It's perfect timing then.
Yeah.
And as Umbrella Jill just put in the chat, make sure that you give splazergames a follow for more awesome speedrunning content. So we're gonna go ahead and take a quick intermission, get ready for, as Splazer said, our next round, which is Luigi's Mansion 3DS by Saria. Alright, we'll be right back.
Run. They just can't